Okay.
Grab a pillow.
Sarah's grabbing a pillow because she's too short.
I might need two. Let me scoot that closer to you. All right. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Okay, alright, we are... Alright guys, welcome back to a new episode of Better Late Than Never. I am here with my bestie. Her name is Sarah.
Hi, hello.
So if you're watching, you can see her beautiful face. But if you're listening, you can hear her beautiful voice.
I sound like Minnie Mouse.
I told y'all last week, if you hadn't listened to the first episode, I told y'all that Sarah, it has the perfect podcasting voice.
I do?
Yes, I think you do. Oh, Rebel would like to be part of the podcast as well. My dog. Y'all gotta watch this. If you're just listening, you gotta watch because...
Oh, he's a good boy.
Oh, he's licking my arm now.
He's like the best.
Okay, so Sarah, why don't you start by introducing yourself and telling us a little bit about you?
Oh, God. Okay, so I am 27, right?
Yeah.
Alexis's birthday is the day after mine, a year and a day.
Yeah, literally the day after her birthday. My birthday is December 12th. Her birthday is December 11th.
Yeah, so that's the only way that, I'm not gonna lie, that's the only way I remember your birthday and mine. I'm
Honestly,
really bad with birthdays.
I used to be the biggest bitch about my birthday.
Oh gosh, yes, I'm not gonna lie, that was a thing. That was
In college, like, I refused to share my birthday with Sarah.
Oh, she hated it.
Even though now I would, like, immediately share my birthday with Sarah, but...
I feel like now we do things together. I think last year we were planning to do something together, but my boyfriend was in a car accident.
Yeah.
A couple weeks before my birthday in the hospital on my birthday. So he's good now. He's awesome. But anyway, so about me, I'm 27. I graduated from Georgia Southern with Alexis. That's how we met. We went to college together.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a behavioral therapist. That's my only personality, is honestly school and and my job. I'm a grad student right now. So I'm getting my MS in psychology with a focus in applied behavior analysis. So
She has a job that, like, I would never, ever, ever, ever want to do.
Yeah,
Like,
I wasn't a kid person until I got into this job, and
Yeah.
then I kind of fell in love with the kids, which is weird because I'm not like rainbows and butterflies and let me sing you baby shark, but but I really like it. So basically, what a behavior analyst is, how I explain it to people is, if you've seen like Criminal Minds, that's what it is. Like, I study human behavior, and
That's dope.
manipulate the environment around an individual to shape their behavior.
Yeah. And, like, kids that are, like, really, not behaved.
Yeah. Well, the unstable kids, that's the ones they like to put me with, to be honest, is the aggressive kiddos.
And to put it in perspective, neither of us have children.
Yeah.
Which most people our age and girls that we graduated with are, like, married and have kids. Neither of us are married.
No. Would we like to be? Yes.
Obviously. But...
But interestingly enough, outside of my job, I live on a cattle farm with my boyfriend. We have a house and cows and 2 donkeys. And if you're looking at the video by looking at me, you wouldn't think that.
But
well,
we both live
I
on
was-
cattle farms.
I was just about to say that. Same
So-
thing for you. We're both like blonde, blue-eyed, ditzy sorority girls that have great jobs but live on a cattle farm. Like, tell me how it makes sense. 'Cause I don't get
Honestly,
it.
I would not want to do anything else.
I wouldn't either.
So,
Like, I really like the farm life.
and I'm gonna have a whole podcast about farm life in itself.
Ooh, that'd be a good one. Can I join that one?
Yeah. So, like she said, we met in college.
Yeah.
Which we're gonna
5
talk.
years, 6 years?
I think it's been longer than that.
Oh, shoot.
But we both went to Georgia Southern University, and we met through our sorority. So she's my little, and I'm her big. And if you don't know what that is, ask your nearest college girl.
She'll be able to tell you.
But okay, so let's talk about how we met.
Oh God. Okay. Do you want to tell the story?
I want to
tell.
I want to tell it from my perspective.
Because that's the best perspective, to be honest.
So, y'all are definitely gonna get to know Sarah, but she, especially when you were younger, she was just like a big ball of freaking energy. Like, the kind of energy that, like, is consuming.
It's the ADHD.
Yeah. So,
unmedicated.
a thing that's, well, I don't know if they do this with all sororities, but at our school, on the first day of college, all of the PNMs, or no, they wouldn't be PNMs at that point.
No,
they would be
new members.
New members.
So we weren't called. I don't think we were allowed to be called like baby pandas. Like we got in trouble for that or something.
Yeah.
Our sorority's mascot is pandas.
A panda.
So yeah, I think we were just called like new members.
Yeah. So basically all of the new girls who got bids for AOPI, we were AOPIs. They got a tank top on bid day. Hats, all the merch.
We even got these like panda signs that go on your dorm door.
That's right.
Mine is in my car right now.
Oh,
it is. I'll bring it in.
I don't even know what happened to mine.
I found it in my parents' closet.
Oh. Well, anyway, so they would get a shirt or a tank top, and so would the older girls, but they'd be a different color.
Yeah.
So it'd be the same shirt.
Yours were red, ours were white.
Theirs were white and mine were red. So, like, basically, if I saw a girl with a white AOPI tank, I would know on campus that was a new girl, and to make her feel welcome or see if she needed help finding her class.
Yeah, that was a big thing. If we got lost, we could find
the older girl.
The older girl, and
just somebody that you know you have something in common with, and you don't feel so lost on campus.
That definitely helps.
So I had biology. It was biology. It was a big lecture hall.
It was like intro level biology.
Yeah.
Like mandatory. What
do you
call those classes?
Core classes.
Yes. That.
So it was a core class I took my sophomore year, and she was just happened to be taking it her freshman year. And so
that was a bad idea. The only good thing out of it came you.
I literally helped her pass this class with the eye clicker.
It was not. I still have some people's eye clickers.
You want to bring my eye clicker to class and
so,
call me in attendance?
Basically, you had an eye clicker to take attendance, and I literally still have people's eye clickers. I should sell them.
Yeah, we'd be like, I don't feel like going to class. Let's find somebody to give our eye clicker to, so you could like literally say you're in class, but you're not.
I had yours. I still might have yours.
So, anyways, so I'm a sophomore, so I'm used to the campus by now. I'm used to classes and when to get there and where to go, blah blah blah. So this is a big lecture hall, and the class before was still in session, so I was just waiting outside. They had there was these benches, and I was just waiting outside the class for it to start. And this is literally the scene out of a freaking movie. I'm not even kidding. So there's these double doors. This bitch comes flying, like busting through the. It was like, if you put it in slow motion, it was like.
I really don't think I could get the doors open, and that's why I busted through them. I couldn't open the door, man. It was heavy.
Oh my word. Anyway, so she busts through these doors. This little, she's, okay, to put it in perspective, she's 4'9".
Yeah, I'm sitting on a cushion right now.
She's 4'9", I'm 5'7". So she's like a midget compared to me.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Literally. Anyway. She had her little backpack on. Ready to go.
Backpack.
Bust through these double doors. Locks eyes with me.
Because you're the first person I saw.
And like, y'all, when I'm not a very, I don't feel like I'm a very approachable
You're not.
person. Only because I have RBF a little bit. Bad. And because I can't see.
Say a little bit.
I can't see, so I squint and I look like I'm giving you the death glare. And also,
you are though. That and like you're like we talked about. You're more of a homebody. So
I am just like, I'm all about my clique. Like, I don't know. I'm very friendly.
It sounds bad, but it's not bad. It's
yeah, anybody can approach me and I will talk to anybody, literally.
I don't think it's like you being shy. I think it's just like, I guess part of you being shy to a certain extent.
I am really awkward around new people.
You're like, okay.
I'm just so awkward and it comes off like I don't like you or something.
That's accurate.
Anyways,
cute.
Yeah. So she locks eyes with me and I'm like, oh my god, here we go. So she like sprints over to me and like let me just tell you, there was not very much room on this bench. She squeezed her way next to
Did I?
Yes. You were just like, you're like, hey girl.
Hey boo.
You're like, hey, I'm a new AO pie.
Hi, I'm an AO pie. You're an AO pie. Are you an AO pie? Rebel, are you an AO pie?
So, I mean, okay, she was excited. It was her
very
first day,
excited.
so I'm just being mean. But anyway, so she like, and we're like the same but opposite in a way. Because like,
Yeah.
I'm very chill. We're both chill.
I think you are what
You're
would
high
have
energy.
happened to me if I was medicated and not homeschooled. I'm just saying. So I was homeschooled growing up, so I was really excited and I wanted to make
Yeah,
friends.
that makes sense.
So,
Your first public school experience.
honestly, yeah. Like, well, I went to prom and I went to homecoming and I did all those things because I dated a guy that went to public school.
Yeah.
But
And I'm like,
this was
anyway.
public school.
So we met, obviously she introduced herself, and I'm thinking in my head, like we've already talked about this multiple times, but I was thinking in my head like, this bitch, like, she is
Who is
so
she?
annoying, like, anyway. So we go into class together, we sit together, obviously, and literally, like, the history was made. And like, I already had,
I think we ticked other people off because there were other sisters sitting with us, and I think we ticked them off because they didn't sit with us again.
yeah, I mean, we literally became inseparable after that.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
if I saw another sister, she would be like, oh, where's Sarah?
We're
like,
so little, or little to be.
yeah, we
Like,
weren't big and little yet.
mm-mm.
But, she was always with me. And
No matter
we
what.
didn't have boyfriends. I mean, we were
No,
newly,
single,
newly in college.
Although you were very protective of me when it came to
Yeah.
guys, though, because she's like, "Don't talk to my little." But you weren't even my little yet during that time.
Yeah. So, what big and little? Okay, before we get into big and little, I want to talk about, so at most schools right now, Rush is happening.
Yes.
I want to talk about RushTok.
Okay. Do you want me to describe it a little bit?
Yeah, if you don't know what RushTok is, Sarah.
I'll be able to describe. So I am a third generation sorority girl. And Alexis, you're first generation, right? That's what I thought. So basically, third generation means that my grandmother was in a sorority, my mom was in a sorority, and I was in a alumni of a sorority. So my grandmother was a Phi Mu, so I was a legacy. My mom was an Alpha Gamma Delta, so she was an AGD at UGA. So I'm also a legacy for AGD, but we didn't have AGDs at Southern. We did have Phi Mu, and that's a whole nother issue of contingency. So when I was preparing for Rush, and you'll probably hear this all over RushTok, like TikTok, everything like that.
Yeah, first of all, RushTok is on TikTok.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you'll probably hear about like the preparations for sorority recruitment. They don't even call it Rush anymore. They call it
It's
recruitment.
changed so much.
Like there's so many regulations, so many rules that it's wild. But when I was preparing for it, my mom and we were back to back shopping. We weren't even preparing for school.
My parents, we
were preparing for the clothes.
Yeah.
Like,
we
for
went
recruitment.
shopping and spent hundreds of dollars.
Oh yeah, like, and that's when Lily. So this was in 2014 for my recruitment. So,
This is when Rush. I feel like this is when Rush first started to become popular with
like social media. I
with
guess?
social media.
Yeah, because
This was before TikTok was even a thing.
Yeah, we didn't have.
There was what was that website where you could look up the rates of each sorority
I
online?
know what you're talking about.
There was a
Think.
website.
It was like rate my something
Rate
or like
Greek life. I don't know. But
GreekRank.com.
GreekRank.com.
Yes.
You could go on and people would. I mean, some of the
Like,
comments were a little mean.
Yeah.
But you could see what sororities were the best and like.
My mom actually didn't want me to be an AOPI because she's like, those girls are a little trashy.
Those girls are party
And I was like, they
girls.
look like fun. Because I wanted, my little homeschool, but I wanted a party. I was like, I am ready to roll.
Oh, well, we went to a party school.
That's highly accurate. But anyways, we were preparing for it, and when you have to go through recruitment, or Rush, whatever you want to call it, you have to fill out like an application, and it literally looks like a resume. Like you have to put like your GPA, your
It's like applying for college almost.
Literally.
Because you can get recommendations from
Rebel.
Rebel just.
He wants to go through recruitment. You want to be an AOPI?
If Rebel could talk, he would be a co-host of this podcast. Let's be real.
I think he would be great at it. He could boy.
He had some input.
Endpoint? I think that's the new word for it. Endpoint.
So anyway, TikTok is blowing up right now with RushTok, mostly like Bama. And then like now this year, have you noticed how they're doing like dance like,
off stuff?
Dance offs.
Yeah,
like
I
every school.
that.
AOPI,
yeah,
GSU.
I saw that. Nick sent me one. My boyfriend Nick sent me one of I think it was like Katie or Prime News or somebody's.
AOPI did one and it was actually really good.
I liked it.
Like they killed it.
He sent me I think it was Katie's and said like they're calling you out. Sarah was like, Nick, I'm an alumni.
We're not in this anymore. But could you imagine if TikTok was a thing when we did Rush?
Oh my god, I would have hated it.
I would have hated it too.
I would have felt so much pressure.
It seems like all they're doing is filming TikToks. We were literally slaved to death.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I was exhausted. I found every single excuse in the book to get out of doing work week and recruitment.
Oh, it was
I'm
y'all.
not gonna lie. I had surgery on my leg just to get out of it. I scheduled it right before it.
I did an internship to get out of it. Okay. So work week this is when you're already in the sorority and you're rushing the new girls, the PNMs, the potential new members. And
Rebel.
I'm getting a lot of love from Rebel right now. Oh, okay. We don't.
So that's basically what work week was when you're like preparing for those members and you're like getting all those resumes I talked about. You're getting all that information in.
It's crazy, y'all. It's almost too much to explain.
Yeah, you have to have like a headshot and everything. Yeah. I edited the hell out of my headshot.
And y'all are probably thinking right now, like, why would anybody want to do that? Why would anybody want to pay that much money, go through that much crap? It's fun. Like, it's just fun.
I always tell people it was like the best and worst time of my life. It was a lot because I have.
Me and you wouldn't have known each other if not for the sorority.
I would be lost without you. Like,
and it was fun, y'all. We got to have parties, like
date nights,
like
college prom, which is horrible.
Literally college prom.
It was a great experience. It was hard because I grew up with like 3 brothers. I didn't know how to deal with other women.
Honestly.
And you didn't.
And that's the funny part. So like, once you're sorority, everybody's like, "Oh, you pay for your friends. You have 200 paid friends." Let me tell you, I literally hung out with like 3 girls. Oh, I just spit 3 girls out of the entire 200 girls that were in our sorority. Like,
that's right. No, we literally did.
Because I mean, we just because you're, yeah. So yeah, but anyway, RushTok is very interesting because
I couldn't go.
It's a different generation of kids. These are what are these Gen Z?
Gen X, Gen Z.
Gen X is the generation above us.
Is it?
So our parents.
No, my mom's a baby boomer. She's the tail end of the baby boomers.
I think my dad's a Gen X.
He might be.
I
have to look that up. I'm gonna Google
it. I don't know what the generation below Gen Z is. Do you know?
No.
Gen Y?
No, it's something. I know it's something, and I can't think of it right now. But I feel like I would be so stressed out because I'm not a social media type person. Alexis is very good at it. Like, you are very talented and actually have a passion for it. Whereas I would have gotten so overwhelmed in a sorority if.
Oh my god, I know. I feel like it would be like a competition.
Yes. I know we had Tumblr. You know? We had Tumblr and we had Instagram and...
Yeah, but it wasn't even Instagram. When we were in college, Instagram, they still had the old filters.
Yes.
And like...
And it was also like almost...
There was no Instagram stories, like...
It was almost like competitive between each other within the sorority. Because when you have something that big... Even though you're all sisters, there are cliques within cliques.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's like high school almost.
And that's what can make it difficult.
Yeah.
But I do know that, like, if I had to call out to some sisters today, that some might not, but you know what I'm talking about. But
it's also like, okay, so there's rules.
Yes.
What people don't realize is that there's so many rules, right? And
if you tell them how we
that's what I mean. So so your sorority has a principal's office.
Yeah,
and it's called standards.
Oh, gosh.
And there would be girls, like a board of girls, like 10 girls maybe?
I thought it was like 5 or 8.
Oh, there was like 10 bitches in that room.
Oh my god. Why were they
There
all
were
in
so
there?
many girls
I just
that
left it out
just
'cause I
sit
cried
there,
a lot.
stare at you, and judge you for your actions. I'm not even kidding you. So, I only got sent to standards one
Oh my
time.
god, I got sent like every month.
You could get sent to standards for your grade. Like, you had to literally have a grade. Like, if you didn't have a grade average, you could get kicked out. If you didn't pay your dues, you could get kicked out. There's so many things that you can get called for standards for, right? This is so embarrassing, and I can't believe I'm about to say this. But I only got sent to standards one time. And we're going to talk about this, okay? So,
my favorite story.
there was an AOPI flag football team, and I was a part of it, and I loved it. I love flag football. I love sports. I was on the team. We had a social one night with Delta Tau Delta. This was my frat. Every girl has a frat.
Oh my god, that was mine because of you.
She dated a guy in the frat.
What dated is a loose term for that. I really liked him, and I didn't realize he didn't like me that much.
And I was just friends with all the guys.
Mm-hmm.
I loved them. I loved that
I
frat.
didn't know how to be friends with people. I'm not gonna lie.
No, friend zone the whole frat, literally.
I should have.
And I really wanted to go to this social, and I did not realize that we had a flag football game that night.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, and so there was like a group meet, and they were like, all right, guys, we've got this flag football game, and then we can go to the social after.
We'll go celebrate or whatever.
Yeah. My alcoholic ass at the time.
It was college.
It was college. I wanted to go to a pregame at the frat house because they would have a pregame at the frat house, and then we would go to Dingus.
Did I go to that? To the pregame?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
I don't
It was a
remember.
very blurry night.
But I was like, this is my frat. I want to go to the pregame.
If you were there, I was probably there.
Yeah, I think you probably were.
I don't know
And
what
so
was
I
doing.
pretended like I totally forgot about the game. Or I don't remember. I made up some excuse about the game, about the flag football game. And dude, I got called out so bad for that. But so I go to the frat house, we pregame, which is like mistake number one because I pre-gamed, if you know what I mean.
I think I remember this night because we walked to Dingus, didn't we?
Yeah.
We walked with the entire
We
fraternity
walked with
to
the
Dingus,
frat, yeah.
and there was Matthew. I can't remember his name. I think he still dates Marissa Askey. I think they still date.
Oh, yeah,
We
I
were
know you're
talking
talking
about like the guy that I was seeing and how crappy he was.
Yeah,
and
he
I was.
was.
Like, I'm over it.
So we walked to Dingus, which is what, like a mile walk.
I
So
think
you,
it was, yeah, a little
we were
over a
on
mile.
Greek. We were on Greek Row at this pregame, and then we walked to the bar.
Yeah.
The bar was like shut down for our social. Like there's two sides of the bar. There's one side. There's one. My birth control alarm just went off.
I want to take that.
I don't know what that was right there. I got a little nose itch.
You got a good nose though.
Got a booger.
No, not really.
So anyway, we're walking to the bar, we go to the social. Those girls are still at the game. They're still gaming without me.
So forgot about that. They were so mad.
They were so mad.
They were so mad.
So mad. Let me explain to you first what a sober monitor is. So at every social, there would be a sober monitor. So every girl would sign up to be a sober. Every girl had to be a sober monitor at some point.
I think I was a sober monitor once my entire time in the sorority.
Now this is kind of ridiculous. I mean, I can see why these were put in place, but it was a little stupid to me at the same time. So girl, if you're a sober monitor, it means you have to stay sober during the social. You cannot drink.
Yeah.
But you also keep track of the other girls. Like if another girl is getting too drunk, you do a little
Tippity tap, and if you get 3 taps,
you tap a shoulder. If you get 3 taps on the shoulder, bitch,
you're
you
going
are
to
out.
standards. You are gone. You gotta go. You're getting called in.
Yeah.
It was a whole thing.
You are a messy little girl.
And
Leave.
some bitches got like a power trip off of this. They were like, no.
Oh yeah.
And because of how my voice sounds, everybody thought I was more hammered than I already am.
So Alexis has too much to drink.
Mm-hmm.
And when Alexis has too much to drink, Alexis is very affectionate. So, like I just told you guys, I friend zoned every single one of these guys. So I don't know why.
I didn't.
So I had too much to drink, and guess what I decided to do? I decided to kiss every single man in that room.
Every single one. I think you even kissed the guy that I liked, and I didn't care because I was sitting there doing this.
I was giving away free kisses like it was
like with Halloween
Christmas.
candy. Like, here you get a kiss.
You get a kiss. You get a kiss.
And I was sitting there filming the whole thing like, that's my bag.
Yeah,
oh my
she was
God, I was
cheering
a woo
me
girl.
on.
I was a straight up woo girl. And then I think I might have kissed a couple of guys after you and just like swap and spit.
It's just
back
gross
and forth.
because I didn't even think these
kissed-
guys were cute.
You kissed that guy that one of our sisters liked too.
Yeah, no, I was sloppy McSlopper. So
Yeah,
I get a little.
She was so mad about that.
I got
The tippity tap.
3 taps.
I read.
I got 3 taps on the shoulder, and guess what? They told me, I don't remember this, they told me at Standards that I looked at them, rolled my eyes, and continued on with my shenanigans. What does that get you? Standards! So the next day, I don't remember anything. I don't remember any of this the next day. And when I got that email that I was getting sent to Standards, I was like, oh no. And then guess who texts me? This one. She goes, guess what? And I was like, don't tell me you got called to Standards.
We both showed up at the same time.
We both showed up. Hers was right after mine.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to go somewhere on campus. They like literally rented a room.
I think it was in the union.
They rented a
It was
room
in our student union.
in the student union.
So everybody knew what we were doing.
Yeah, and like you would show up and there'd be like other girls there and like, oh, you got called in too. So this is my first time at Standards. I had no idea what to expect. I walk in, there's like 12 girls in there just staring at you like you're the most disgusting human on this planet. And then there's one girl who's in charge.
Oh, God.
We're not gonna name drop.
Standard.
We're not gonna name drop.
I already did. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, you did a little bit.
Whoopsie.
But there would be one girl who was, I guess, like the head of Standards, who would tell you why you were called in, what you did wrong, and they sit you in the front of this classroom in
and
a
they're
chair,
all staring at
in
you.
a single chair, and some of the girls in there were my friends, like Gina. She was just like in the back. I just kept looking at Gina because I was like,
sorry, what?
And so she was like, do you know why you were
Yeah.
called in? Like a principal. And I'm like,
No idea.
I think I know. And she was like, well, let's just remember this. I remember her saying this to me. She said, stay classy, don't be trashy.
I've seen that homegirl do some crazy things. Like,
And then she said, when they tapped you on the shoulder, you looked at us and rolled your eyes.
that's the funniest part to me.
And then they like, at the end, they're like, okay, you need to sign this paper.
Oh my God, I hated that. I was like, but I don't feel bad.
And then like, I remember just leaving there feeling so violated. Like, why am I being judged by these college-age girls?
Ooh, that reminds me of this one time. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I think I was a senior, and in the sorority, I don't know if every sorority does this, but you can go on this thing called senior status, which means like you don't really have to go to chapter, you won't really get fined for things, yada yada. You don't have to follow the same tippity rules. Anyways, so my ADD just kicked in. Oh my God. I just mind blinked. So I was older, and I was like well above 21. I think I was like 22. I was about to graduate, this whole thing, and I had gone to Savannah and taken some cute pictures with my booty showing. Well, some girl that wasn't even 21.
I wanted to stop it because it said it maxes out at 30 minutes.
Oh.
So I didn't know if it was gonna. We can keep
Cut me
recording.
off.
We can keep recording. I just didn't know if it was gonna like not save it. You know what I mean?
Okay,
So I
let's continue and then find a good ending.
Okay. What should we end it on?
Power of friendship.
Bitch, but I think it's really good though.
I think
This is
too.
fun.
I really like it. It's like a therapy session.
Yeah.
I feel like literally like I'm having therapy.
Let's just end it on
I didn't think of those things. Like, good luck with Rush. I don't fucking know.
Oh, yeah.
Good luck. You can meet your bag. Ew.
Oh, I forgot. This is still recording. This is gonna be in the pod.
Oh, I love it! Alright, keep recording.
Alright,
this is like behind the scenes type shit.
Yeah, we had to pause it because my recorder only records up to 30 minutes. And you heard the whole gist.
Why does it do that?
I don't know. It's processing. Hello.
Now you can see why we're friends.
You guys on YouTube just get a little...
Sprinkle. Little razzle dazzle. Oh my god, we're idiots.
He's been doing this the whole podcast.
He boy.
He's boy.
He's a boy.
Alright, let me see if I can still record with this processing. Hopefully that didn't just get rid of it or cry. Okay.
Alright, I guess you can like smash two of them together, because... I guess we're back in recording anyways. Can you edit
We had a little pause session.
little pause. So I had gone to Savannah. It was like St. Patrick's Day, and I had taken this really cute picture with my ex-boyfriend where like he left up my little kilty skirt thing, and it's showing my booty, and it was really cute. And I've never posted anything like that. I don't even post really like bikini
I think I know where you're
pictures.
going with this.
And I had this girl that I had never even met before, like a touch class way below mine. Like I was like ancient at that point, at least in college student terms. And
Did she like it on the standards page?
She liked it on the standards page and then messaged me and said, "Hey girl, this isn't really appropriate and doesn't uphold AOPI standards, so I'm gonna need you to take it down." And I said, "Sweetie, when you can legally drink, then you can tell me what to do with my Instagram. Okay?
Yeah.
Have a great day!"
They did this thing where there's like a standards page, and if they like a picture or like a tweet or like anything, you have to take it down.
Yep. Which so I understand why there's certain rules like that. Like you have to uphold the standards of the sorority. It is a privilege to be in a sorority. It is a privilege to meet you and have a big and to have that part of your life. But it wasn't always fun, and it was complicated. I will say it did shape me to be a more mature person and to grow from it.
Oh yeah, there was
but they still pissed me the fuck off.
Honestly, let us know if you guys want to hear more about the sorority, because I know we kind of just went on a whole tangent, but there's so much more we could get into. Like,
and maybe next time I'll be medicated, so.
Probably a whole another, 2 or 3 podcasts worth of just sorority stuff, because...
Yes, and ask questions, because that's a good way to, for me to lead through as a legacy, and that didn't get into my legacy sorority or any of those, because I was literally born and bred for this. I was prepped since I was a kid.
Yeah. So, let us know if you want to hear more...
Rebel.
My dog, y'all. If you want to hear more sorority talk, let us know. But yeah, we just wanted to talk about RushTok too, because I don't know.
It's coming up. It's like work week for Georgia Southern right now.
It's like I said, some schools have already been going through Rush this week, and then some are having it next week, I think. Right?
Is Southern doing it next week? I thought
they must have been this year. I think it was this week.
Was it really?
Yeah, I think it was this week.
Have we checked?
I could be wrong.
I gotta look it up.
But anyway, but yeah, we'll just.
I wanted to go to bid day.
Oh God. Yeah, like I said, another whole topic. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my second episode with Sarah. She's definitely gonna be on the podcast more. She's with me all the time. Gang.
Jesus Christ, I was thinking the same thing, but I wasn't gonna say it out loud.
Alright guys, follow, and if you're from YouTube, follow me on Spotify. You can get the podcast on Spotify, Audible, and Apple Music. Okay,
you can follow me on Instagram.
Right, follow us on Instagram. My Instagram is Alexis Noel. You want to plug yourself?
I think it's Sarah with 2 H's _ Hicks. HICKS.
All right. Love you guys. Bye.
Love ya.